I've got a group of lads that we regularly go motorcycling with, and Yorkshire is easily big enough to waste a whole day and 300 or 400 miles on a motorbike. And when the weather's like this, it's just stunning.
And you know what?
Stunning.
Again, that kind of back road, those B roads around there, that's perfect motorbike stuff, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you just get lost. We've all got sat navs and stuff, but that's just in case you get lost and you need to find your way home.
No, you don't need them. Otherwise, you're just following your nose.
Absolutely.
What do you have? What do you ride?
I've got a Tiger, Triumph Tiger.
A Triumph, yeah, okay.
A 1200, yeah. It's an absolute beast. I'm 6'3", so I need a big bike.
Yeah. I love it too. I have a Benelli. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Benelli.
I have heard of Benelli. Yeah, I have.
There's not many of them around, but oh my God, I love it too. I'm not going to go down the bike to Forest Fest because I'm going to bring the whole family down and we're going to go see you. I've seen you guys before, but I wanted to ask you again because a number of years have passed. When you take on a big role like sitting there in the front of Stranglers, how does it feel when you look back on everything, and how do you feel about it now in 2025, still going, and you're the main man?
Well, I joined the band in 2000, so it's easy to remember how long I've been in the band. This is my quarter of a century, and for the first 6 years, thank you. For the first 6 years, I was the guitar player. We were a 5-piece, so I stood at the side. Playing guitar, doing backing vocals, learning the ropes, learning the politics, the interband politics, everything that goes on with a living, breathing machine like this. And then when the singer left in 2006, I was asked if I would have a go doing it. We used to rehearse without him sometimes when he wasn't there. So it seemed to me to be the sort of thing that we might be able to do. And then I look back on it now. I think maybe the first year or two, I've heard a few live recordings from that period, and it's I look on myself primarily as a guitar player who can hold a tune. I'm not a singer. I think I kind of got in there by default, but over I've been the singer for 18 years now, so. I think I pretty much got my head around it. And I've just, because it's my quarter of a century, I've just looked back on it. I've got a book coming out hopefully later on this year, and it's 25 years of travel logs that I've been writing and blogs on the road for all that time. And looking back on it all, when I was putting it together, it struck me how hard we've worked.
Yeah.
We really have worked hard. If the first 25 years were hard, especially the first 2 or 3 years when they would do 250 gigs a year, in all manner of places.
Yeah.
And then that kind of era comes to an end, and then we've got the second half of the band. And we don't seem to have let up any, really. We're in the middle of a really busy summer. Looking forward very much to playing in Emo at Leash. And it's going to be, it's. I think we're about 2/3 of the way through. And every year we say to ourselves, okay, let's have a little bit of a quiet one.
Never happens.
Never works. No, it never works out that way, especially in the summer because it's festival season, and we've been we've just come back from Croatia. We played in Athens. We've done a few in the UK, Glasgow, Warwick, Lincoln, Castles.
Yeah.
So coming to Forest Fest, I've heard that it's just the most picturesque place.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
That you can imagine. Yeah, well, it would be. It's islands. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
You know what you're in for. And
Absolutely.
it's as well as that, it's not one of these big pressurized festivals. While the headliners are so strong, the vibe is still quite nice and chilled about the place. So, we're very much looking forward. So, how long is your set? What is the festival set for the Stranglers now this summer?
Well, I think if I do recall, we've got an hour and I think we're on in the early evening, sort of 6-ish, somewhere around there.
Unmissable.
Which is a perfect spot. And it'll be what we call the 60-minute blitzkrieg, which is just well, I mean, this band can do anything, and there's rockers, I wouldn't go as far as to say there's ballads, but there's certainly some gentler stuff, and pretty much 80% of it everyone will know. Just because it's a festival set doesn't mean that we're going to go down the nostalgia greatest hits road and just do everything like that, because we have to keep ourselves interested.
Yeah, exactly.
So not to say that playing those songs isn't interesting, but I mean, when you played them as many times as we have, you have to keep yourself on your toes and throw a little and remind people how obscure and off the wall the Stranglers can be.
Could be,
well.
Yeah. Great. That's great to hear, because as much as hearing all the hits or whatever, it's always lovely to just wander a little deeper for a few minutes and kind of come back to it, or whatever the case may be. But I mean,
Absolutely.
if you feel that way after 25 years, imagine what JJ's feeling after 50 plus.
I know. Well, him and I have a lot of conversations about what the set should be, and 60 minutes. It sounds on the face of it like a fairly long time, but when you're on there in the thick of it, it's not really. So you have to maximise
blink of an eye.
Absolutely everything. You know?
Yeah.
And if you're going to do an obscure one, make sure you're not doing a 15-minute epic that has 96 time changes and all this type of
the
stuff.
Stranglers weren't known for that.
There's a couple of early things where it really does go off pitch,
and travels.
as we say.
Okay,
it does.
Oh, right, very good. When you look at this weekend as well, I just wanted to mention, I'm conscious of our time as usual, but when you did, this is the 40th anniversary of Live Aid this coming weekend, right?
Yeah.
Now I know Stranglers weren't technically on stage for Live Aid, the big events, but they were involved around that time and things like that. There was things that went on. Your own memories, Live Aid. Can you remember anything yourself? Do you remember kind of going, Jesus, this is massive, or not being impressed by it?
I mean, when Live Aid happened in 1985, I was 21.
Yeah.
And I had a girlfriend who lived in a bedsit with a bed that folded out of the wall like a real old...
Like a Murphy's bed, yeah.
I like it. Yeah. You put it up, and and so we pulled the bed down. We drew the curtains, and I couldn't believe that I was going to be able to watch live music for essentially a whole day. It was a phenomenal undertaking. Say what you like about Bob Geldof, but he's a star. God.
Speaking of stars, and again, not a million miles away from you, have you heard anything of Sam Fender?
Funnily enough, my niece, my 15-year-old niece, is arguably the biggest fan in the world, and I was able to get some tickets for her to go and see him in Newcastle only about 2 or 3 weeks ago. She kept sending me videos. I was out the country somewhere, and I kept getting WhatsApp videos from her, and she was just crying.
There's a beauty of a track called Remember My Name on the new album, and he has a Colliery brass band on it with him. Just the brass band and his vocal. Oh my God, it's stunning. Stranglers main stage, Saturday night, emo. We're going to have a good old night of it. We've got the fingers crossed. We've got beautiful weather here this week that we're going to get the same for when you guys are in. And we're looking forward to seeing you back in Ireland. Really appreciate your time, Baz. Thanks so much.
It was a pleasure, Marty.
Thanks, mate.
Hope to see you on the day.